Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about this new Black Curse album, Endless Wound. So this is the latest full-length album from death metal outfit, Black Curse. Now, I know so far I haven't covered too much metal, and truth be told, I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but I am still interested in it, and every now and then when there's a release that pops up that catches my ear, definitely going to give it a shot. Now, I am not a metal purist, but there are a lot of qualities of this record that I enjoy. I do prefer my metal and hardcore records a little bit more on the dirtier sounding side of things and sludgier. I think the aesthetic of angry music is better served with like a rough around the edges recording rather than something that's been studio polished sounding. And I think this record delivers on that front with somewhat of a sour flair to it. The riffs on this album are pretty angry sounding as you would expect from a release like this, but what's more interesting is some of the riffs actually get stretched out and warped and sound almost alien-like. And the vocalist is pretty cool as well, displaying a pretty wide range, and he has a lot of cool effects on his voice too. There's this echoing effect on him that sounds somewhat slightly digitized at times and bubbly, and it kind of reminds me of the vocalist of the psychedelic black metal band Oranssi Pazuzu. Not really sure if I'm saying that name right. A lot of these tracks stretch on the lengthier side of things as well, reaching all the way up and beyond at times 8 minutes. And for a band that goes this hard all the time, keeping that engaging and interesting throughout the runtime can be pretty difficult. And, you know, for the most part, I'd say they deliver on here, but I wouldn't say at every point was I really on the edge of my seat, especially towards like the middle back half of the album. It is just an all-out sprint right from the start with the track Charnel Rift, which also kind of sums up the whole album and everything it offers. And then for track after track after track, it is just like an all-out assault. I will say, after hearing this entire thing, I do wish the vocalist got even a little more animated on here. Also, those really screaming guitar riffs that come through too are really cool and add an interesting effect. And I kind of wish there were more of those on here too. Also, I did like how the band seems to fuse a lot of elements of hardcore in here too, where there's many breakdowns that happen that get slower and sludgier and break up a lot of the just intense riffing and blast beats that gets kind of stale. Because when the breakdowns come, they are pretty satisfying. I almost wish they played off of that aspect a little bit more. Now, this record isn't going to be like as heavy and menacing as something you'd hear from like Primitive Man, and it's also not really the weirdest album out there, but I did think it was pretty consistently decent. And I mean, if you're interested in metal, I mean, specifically all of its subgenres like death metal, black metal, whatever, I do suggest giving this album a shot. I thought it ripped pretty hard. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 7 over here on Endless Wound. No physical releases of this album just yet, and also it's not listed on any streaming services that I could find. You can only listen to it through their Bandcamp, so I'm gonna leave a link down below so you guys can check this out if you're interested. And if you've already heard this Black Curse album, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and share, and if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.